Yo, 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 Coach Tally Adams, football guru, and welcome back to Football Guru Counterpunch. Bang! Here I am again with another episode today, and today I'll be talking about college football spring games. Tomorrow, Colorado, which is is one of the most exciting football teams right now in college football with Coach Primetime Deion Sanders, leading the troops. So we're expecting for another exciting college football season again this year. But tomorrow is a couple of spring games will be taken off tomorrow. I know a lot of spring games started last week, but it could have been a really exciting weekend. With Syracuse coach Fran Brown and Coach Deion Sanders. Two teams that won 9+ games last year. Was trying to play a real spring game instead of like an orange and blue for the Syracuse and a gold and black for Colorado. They was trying to get it together to meet at in Colorado and play a spring game this weekend. And man, that would have been very exciting. That would have started something that was really, really great. With college football, spring games would have took off and went to another level. Right now, we have so many college football teams trying to hide their players. So they're really not playing spring games on national television because they're scared that, players will be tampered with and other coaches will recruit their players with the portal system going on and the NIL deal going on. So everybody's trying to, and a lot of teams are choosing to be private right now with, practicing and having spring games and not really having cameras around to see, what they have. And I do understand it. I understand it because I'm a coach and I've been on that side before of getting kids, taken away from you that was real valuable players to what you were doing and what you was trying to accomplish, and you not having the bigger team or the name brand team that sticks out to a lot of people in that hurts. So I would definitely say yes, it's I understand. A lot of coaches not playing spring games. I definitely understand. But what I would say is I wish that the game was tomorrow. That Coach Deion Sanders team will be supposed to be playing at 2:30. On ESPN2, but I think due to weather, I think they will be playing at 11 a.m. in the morning. So I think the time has changed, but they still will be having a spring game. I don't know if it'll be as much as exciting as it was, last year, and with Travis Hunter and Shedeur, leading the way with all the excitement. But I believe that this would have definitely brought a lot of excitement, and it would have packed the stands again. I think attendance is down for tomorrow's game. Because I think a lot of them was anticipating, playing against Syracuse. And I think it kind of disappointed a lot of people, and now they have to figure out, who the other superstars are. So once the other superstars are brand, Colorado football will be much exciting again, and the fans will pack the stadium. It's like a concert, on Saturday and Saturday nights in Colorado. But that would have definitely, brought some excitement. I heard, Coach Fran Brown, talking about, maybe we should have let Coach Bill Belichick, we should have ran it across him, and then maybe he could have, voiced his opinion, with being the bigger brand, and, how this thing goes. So it's not right. People don't want Coach Fran Brown and Coach Deion Sanders to change the game. They don't want to be the ones that we say that we have to come back to and say, hey, they did it. So, if they would have ran it by Coach Belichick and maybe like a person like Coach Nick Saban, who's, a legendary coach, he's retired now, but maybe they would have felt like college football would have felt like, hey, we would do this for Coach Nick Saban and we would do this for Coach Bill Belichick, because that they would have maybe felt like, for one, Coach Saban would come back. They probably would have felt like that. And for two, they don't want Coach Bill Belichick to leave college football in the next year or so. and go back to the NFL. So I believe that that would have worked, but my thing is why? Why should we have to go that route? Why should we have to go that route when it doesn't matter who makes the great ideal? A great ideal is a great ideal, no matter who ideal it is. I just think it's unfair, that the NCAA did what they did. But hey, nothing that we can do about it. I just want to hear the comments that you think about it and how you feel. How can we get this started? And if I want to know if you felt like if Coach Nick Saban and Coach Bill Belichick would have been the coaches to come up with the idea, will we have spring games tomorrow on national TV with each other, basically like a college game with college game day and having a spring college game day? It'd been very exciting. A lot of things are changing, so it would have been very exciting, to do. High school, the kids are used to it. They do it in high school. High schools play against each other in the spring games. So instead of having a big inner squad against each other, it's time to hit on some other folks and see what you really got, with the competitiveness against other teams. With Texas A&M and Michigan playing tomorrow, they could have teamed up. And that would have been another game that everybody would have been watching all day. So I just thought that, I just think that if they some kind of way can make this happen, spring college football would definitely be real exciting to watch. So give me your comments. Tell me how we can get this thing done. Tell me what you think about Coach Prime and Coach Fran Brown, man, coming up with this amazing idea, and why you think that they ignored him and told him no. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea, and it should trickle down to FCS schools. It should trickle down to D2 schools. It should trickle down to NAIA schools. So I just think that this is something that should trickle down, and it's something that should be done. So give me your thoughts. Tell me, guys, what you think. But again, man, tomorrow, Colorado, the game's supposed to be at 2:30, but now I think the game is moved to 11 o'clock a.m. Due to some kind of weather up there. So that's going on today. So it's supposed to be going on tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not in Colorado. I'm in Florida. So I'm here just to let you guys know. Give me the info that I know. And I hope you guys enjoyed my segment today. I really want to know what you feel. I believe that Coach Fran and Coach Deion Sanders are right now, they're geniuses, and I don't think people wanted to give them the props that they truly deserve for coming up with this amazing and wonderful idea that would have took college football to a whole nother level. It definitely would have took college football to a whole nother level. So please let me know how you guys feel, man. I appreciate you guys still supporting me and listening to what I have to say. I'll continue, to post each and every time I get an opportunity to post. I will post and do these podcasts for you guys, man. I love you, man. Come check me out and on TA Football Guru on IG, on Instagram, on Twitter. Also, Coach Tally Adams on Facebook. I have a lot of stuff posted on there, and I'll also be putting in my YouTube page, the links on my Facebook, on YouTube, on my Coach Tally Adams. I'll be putting them on there. So you can click on them, instead of watching clips, you can watch the whole thing. But definitely come check me out. All these episodes are full on YouTube, and you guys can go to YouTube and just type in TA Football Guru, GURU, and click, and you'll see all of them and enjoy. All right? Hey, man, I love y'all. Thank you again for coming to see me. See you guys next time. Football Guru Counterpunch. Bang!